Could you possibly chew any louder?
Only if you say please.
This place was bad enough before the Dream Scourge. Now it's downright hazardous. Right, but survival is about keeping things boring and predictable as much as possible. Out here, you never know. This used to be a fertile land, with lakes, forests, all of that. Then everything suddenly changed several hundred years ago. Now it's blasted deserts and dried up seas. Anything that lives here is simply stubborn enough not to die.
That's the most apt description of Thirdborn I've ever heard.
Good. In the meantime, keep an eye on your water skins. This place will dry you out faster than you think. What do you need? Ask away. There's basically no reason to come here unless you have business in Thirdborn. Doesn't stop people from coming here, though. Most people I bring here are just looking to say they survived it, as if the lands weren't deadly enough everywhere else. We go to Thirdborn first to get supplies and rest up for the trip. Most people decide to turn back after a night in town. They complain that it's hot, but that's the easiest part. They never realize the rest of the weird Sokka that's out there. Let's see. Shatterscarp doesn't want to kill you, really, but it isn't interested in helping you survive either. The key here is water and shade. Cover your skin, or it'll be dried out in no time and you'll be as red as a Balrog's throat. You might be worried about saving water, but what you want to do is try not to sweat. Stay in shade as much as you can. And don't drink the water from the plants out here. They're all full of parasites and poisons. Getting sick out here is the worst. What do you need? Right, changing the subject. Not before I've done some reading.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about what happened in Emerald Stair. I know your emperor sent you here to represent Adir. With the Steel Garrote trying to raise Fjord has got to make things harder for you. Then why did your emperor send them? Yeah, and they don't make your job any easier. Look, I'm not trying to hold your feet to the fire over this. The cruelty behind the Steel Garrote's plans. It's hard to reconcile that with the place you've called home. I just wanted to know how you're feeling about all this. I hear that. Unfortunately, I don't think this situation is going to get any easier. It makes venturing through the treacherous wild seem like a relief. Anyway, I just want to check in with you. This may be your burden, but you don't have to carry it alone. What's on your mind? A marker of his service to Thirdborn's defense, and something that helps his comrades identify his remains, if needed.
You always hope it won't come to that.
You hope it won't, but you know it might. It's an old Rauataian naval tradition that Thirdborn's kept alive, and another debt I owe him. Where to start? It's a huge desert full of sandy wastes, canyons, and highlands. On a clear day, you can stand at one of the overlooks to gaze straight across the great sand sea and see no end to the dunes. Yeah, it's dangerous and stark. A lot like Rauatai, but in a different way. Sandstorms instead of typhoons. Guess that's part of what I liked about it. Familiar, but different. The story goes that a lot of the first arrivals were Rauataians without other prospects, too low on the ladder to take over the family trade, too poor to learn another. Exactly. Rauatai is an inhospitable environment, to say the least, so my people have a proud tradition of seeking our fortunes elsewhere. Rauatai's got a big navy that always needs fresh blood, and there are plenty of opportunities for large, colorful mercenaries and bodyguards all over Aora. You got it. It's hard to say when Thirdborn was properly founded. It started as a convenient harbor for pirates and mercs to lie low. Bold, or desperate, fishing crews from Rauatai would follow seasonal catches out here. That tells you something about the people willing to attempt it. Over time, those early arrivals built huts, a proper harbor, and walls to protect them from all the hungry things in the desert. Well, that brought in a steady trickle of veterans, ruffians, trophy hunters, and rugged eccentrics. People looking for fresh adventure, or running from the consequences of their old ones. Your words, not mine. Good thing you're asking the expert. Get some rest, envoy.
Marius, what do you know? I don't leave Emerald Stair often enough. With everything going on, there's been no time to explore. Finally, I had a moment to myself, and look what happened. The Steel Garrote invaded the Living Lands. Sorry. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell. Well, I don't have any other plans. I used to think I had it all figured out. But the Living Lands proved me wrong in so many ways. This entire island is the prison of a mad god. How is one Animancer supposed to compete with that? All we're missing is the juggling act. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if animancy has no future in the Living Lands? What if my entire career was a mistake? If a breakthrough is coming, it'd better hurry. I can't wait forever. You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'll be fine, really. I'm not the first Animancer to question her life choices, and I won't be the last. Go on then, I'm listening. I'm afraid not. I've spent a little time in Dawnshore, but this place is a mystery to me. It's good to be somewhere different. Somewhere I can build new memories. Whenever I'm reminded of how big this island really is, it makes my problems feel smaller. For you, anything. You too. When I joined you, I thought we'd be exploring the intersection of the physical and the spiritual, not bickering over sulfur. Yet here we are. Thanks to you, Thirdborn will have all the ammunition they need to defend themselves. In theory. At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dream Scourge. And it'll take more than gunpowder to wrest the Living Lands out of your Empire's clutches. Still, maybe a little gunpowder is better than none at all. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an Animancer, not a strategist. Not before I've done some reading.
Hello. Are you here to grieve someone too? You're lucky. I know far too many buried here. There are so many flowers here. I'm sorry I never learned their names. My brother thought of them as friends, you know? He loved them dearly. I grieve for everyone I've lost, and everyone who has lost someone. But yes, for him especially. He died last month. The Dream Thralls killed him. Killed 3 of his comrades. He absolutely hated fighting. All he wanted to do was be a gardener. If the plague ever ends, I'll grow a garden around his grave. Right now, all I have is this bouquet. I'd bring it to him, but... Yes, but I don't know if I can take them to him. There are things near his grave. I can't fight them. But you look like you could. Will you go chase them out? Put flowers on his grave in my stead. And maybe tell him I'll grow him a garden one day.
I think I saw a cairn across the lake bed. That must be the place.
So what have you got there?
Little red flower, little purple flower. I'll make him smile again.
Praise Andra, help at last! My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Xaurips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. So, can you just go in and see what happened to everyone? Please? Well, yes, of course. We decided to take care of the Xaurips, you see. You heard about Fior, right? But what's to stop the Steel Garrote from doing the same here? We have to be prepared to protect ourselves, just in case. Plus, Captain Ruiki's great-grandmother was a general, so we even had a real leader among us. But what else would you have us do? Enemies are at our door, and no one was doing anything. The Xaurips have been getting closer to town recently. We just wanted to nip this problem in the bud. So can you just go in the cave and check on everyone? Please? Oh, thank you. Please help them however you can. And if they're dead, well, we made badges together before we came out here, and everyone should still have theirs. Find those, and you'll find the squad. Be sure to come back as soon as you learn anything.
Unseen, unheard.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Ugh.
Coming from your right!
I was worried for a second.
Here. He used to sneak sips of my Eric when he thought I wasn't looking. He brought the poor kid here. Hope whatever got you was quicker than the dream scourge, old friend. You take lead.
Let's finish this.
Here we go! Next one's mine.
Good fighter.
Quiet as the depths.
Good shooting, Kai.
Right behind you.
Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
One for you!
You there! Over here! At least you took care of those bastards. I'm glad I got to see some vengeance served. Don't know why you're here, stranger, but I'm grateful you are. Wait, Nauki sent you? Of course he did. He would be the one to make it out. Well, you can tell him we're all dead. Soon enough it'll be true. We arrived at the cave last night, made camp, and it all went downhill from there. Private Nauki said he had. For all the good that did us. Look, after what happened in Fior, we had to make sure it didn't happen here. The Xaurips were our first official mission. Private Nauki was on watch, but I guess he fell asleep because the scaly bastards ambushed us. It was a massacre. Most died then. The rest ran off in all different directions, screaming. Nauki must have gotten away in the chaos. The gods have a cruel sense of humor to save just him. Don't bother. I'm halfway around the wheel already. Just listen. Since we left Thirdborn, he's been running his mouth. We got to hear how many Xaurips he's going to kill and who he thinks is afflicted. The town's been talking about nothing but Fior and the Dream Scourge. I think it got to him.
It crawls into our mind as it crawls into theirs.
It's probably why he was the first one out.
because it was all suddenly real. But we didn't have it. No, Captain Ruiki was fine. We were all fine, no matter what Private Nauki thinks. If you don't believe me, check her journal. That should be enough to please you. If anything, it might finally convince that idiot Nauki. Here, take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them. I don't have long. Let me stay and enjoy the silence before Barath takes me.
I used to fish and drink with these people before I left. They weren't soldiers.
No kidding. This was a torch and pitchfork operation.
I didn't realize how bad things had gotten here while I was away.
Emerald Stairs should have been your first warning. At least you realize it now.
Unseen, unheard.
and painless. That fire's been out a while. I don't think anyone's coming back.
Worse than rot!
That was a close one. So they were being followed, or hunted.
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Hello again. Have you found anything? Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened? What? No, that isn't my fault. Look, I don't know what you think you know, or what he told you, but I know what I saw. The captain had been acting weird for days. She was giving orders to people who weren't there, yelling at us over nothing. Not just the captain either. Manu was jumpier than usual. Kiri seemed compelled to echo our words back to us. Even Sergeant Asui began muttering to himself. It was more than just stress. I'm not some idiot who can't tell the difference. Everyone was sick. And it was only a matter of time before it was brought home the third born. If you saw them, you'd agree with me. I think I would know if I was sick, okay? Someone had to leave and let the others know what happened. Look, you either believe me or you don't. Just give me their badges and I'll let their families know. I am not a coward. Look, I would not just leave them to die for no reason. A swarm of Zoroarks attacked in the dead of the night. What was I supposed to do, huh? Stick around and die with everyone? I'm not a coward! There was no other option! Take it back. Or else, I'll reclaim my honor. That's it! Draw your weapon! To the death!
Company!
the brush!
Disturbed us! Eat into the earth!
Envoy, behind the rock!
Worse than enough!
Watch the left!
Worse than rough!